Vibes. My name is Rocky Stallone. And on this episode, girl, what's good, Jamaican BBT?
Hi.
Kia ora.
We just finished speaking with the July.
Yeah.
The July.
All the way from Nam.
We spoke to
Mother
July.
of the House of Diesel.
It was a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
That was lovely. I loved that.
Yeah.
It was open.
Yeah. From Southeast Melbourne, which leads me to our beautiful guest from Southeast Melbourne. Juba.
Girl, you can never on my birthday is the
Never.
ruby of the scene.
Absolutely.
Let's
But
see.
pause because we have a bio to read.
Yeah.
Ruffy, get into it.
An artist who rose to prominence in not just a personal triumph, which is not just a personal triumph, but a proud moment for our community. Her journey embodies the power of representation in the music and art world. As an emerging force in the industry, Jubahlee's music blends authenticity, passion, and unapologetic celebration of her identity. Her new EP, Ruby, is a reflection of that journey, full of raw energy, deep emotion, and the powerful intersection of her roots in ballroom culture and her place in the world of music. Also, can we just add the latest host on Triple J?
You know?
Chiki, chiki,
For the
chiki.
man.
Work. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, you get a full introduction.
Wait.
That's why I had to flick it over. I saw the paragraph.
You said wait.
I was like, wait. No, we gotta introduce her properly.
Oh my gosh.
Kia ora,
work.
welcome.
Well, before we start, I do want to say, like, as my father, I'm so proud of you. Like, this podcast is everything our community needed. I remember when you told me the idea, I was gagged and I was like, bitch, I better be on that motherfucking podcast. And now I'm on that podcast, you know. Just, yes.
She manifested this.
You know,
Well,
but I
you-
knew it was going to happen.
You're here because you're an emerging artist in the community and in the scene. You moved here. You brought that energy. You knew what you wanted to do. I've seen you just navigate your space, and you've never. Look, the reason why I'm proud to call you my daughter is because you have the audacity that is needed to get you where you need to be.
No, period.
And I am all about that. And I love you navigating your space like that. It's what you need, especially here in Sydney.
No, yeah, down.
Yeah.
You
So-
know, especially when you're like raised in the music industry, Jamaica's one of those people that's always, and BBT, have always like, you know, supported it. Like when I told them I wanted to do music, they're like, yeah, babe. And Jamaica was like, yeah, you little shit. Like,
Jamaica made me do it.
Jamaica made me do it.
Well,
And-
this is a music series, a music special, and you're here to talk about your new EP.
Yes.
I didn't
Ruby.
like
How
we
exciting.
can get into the mix of it. We're gonna ask all the questions, but why Ruby? Why the name Ruby?
The sleaze.
Ruby the sleeve.
Chinese on my sleeve.
The wannabe Chinese. No, so like originally, it was gonna be called Red.
I remember this.
Yes.
No, I remember this.
Yes.
Over there.
Her.
Yeah. I saw the red route. It was one of those.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah, you're so
And you
right.
showed me like all of the demos.
I know, and it was funny. Every demo I showed you, none of it ended up on it.
And I was like, these are fire.
Shout out to the space. We've
Offbeat.
been
Offbeat.
Offbeat Collective.
Shout out to Offbeat Collective.
Yeah, shout out
Down.
Offbeat. This is where a lot of the artists come through. If you're an artist in any form in the music industry, you know Offbeat. It's giving, they're for the community girls. So thank you, Offbeat, for giving us the space to be able to work in today. If you do hear
Absolutely.
airplanes, that's because we're right under
Flight path.
but you know,
You'll hear the Marrickville Minute.
This is
You know.
authenticity. This is give us money so that we can be in soundproof.
No shit.
Saw them. Season 1, you get the knowledge.
Yeah.
No, literally.
But on Offbeat as well, as queer artists, it's very hard to find safe spaces. Offbeat is our place, especially for people of color. Trust me. Jana, Drew, we love you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
And they definitely put artists first.
Down.
You know, like, speaking on Ruby, like,
Yeah.
room 3 at Offbeat Collective, that's a lucky ass room, you know? But yeah, the reason why I named it Ruby, it was because like I feel like I'm at that point in my life where I'm transferring from child to adult. And I think, because I'm 21, but I think during that journey, it was like the worst downfalls I had in my life, like ever. And I just think with that, like, And with the project, I really wanted to analyze that I'm more than just a club banger artist, or I'm more than just a hype girl, because I'm a key in real life. Like, so people, because I'm too much of a key, people don't take it seriously.
They
or
want
take
depth.
Yes. So with this EP, I definitely spoke a lot about it. And like Red, when I was gonna name it Red, I was like, I really want to make a songs that represent red. So that's like romance, you think of red. Aggression, you think of red. The devil, you think of red. But then like all of that put together, it's just like red. And then I was like, what's a rare ass gem? Ruby. So that's how the name Ruby came around. I think it's just like, it's my firstborn. I'm like so excited about it. But at the same time, I'm like, it's time for people to know me and know that I'm mature and I'm grown now. I'm different to how I was 2 years ago. And yeah, it's just 2 years ago, but there's always that point in everyone's life where they grow up quick. And it's like, oh shit, I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
And like all of last year was that journey for me. So it's like,
Oh, it's so nice to hear that you know the direction, the aesthetic of your EP. You've been on the red shit for a while as well. Like, that's been your brand. I remember when you rocked up
I knew I was going to call it red since Fashion Week last year.
I was just about to say, you were head to toe in that red down.
Yeah.
That was no, that wasn't Jubahlee. That was Jubahlee.
No one knows him. Because
Jubahlee?
even when I was hosting Triple J, that's why the intro was, yo, 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 it's the Ruby of the scene. Da, da, da. No one knows I've been hinting Ruby out for a minute since.
You got a plan.
Since Fashion Week last year. I wore red there. I wore.
You're
Where else did I wear red?
What is it, those artists that be doing that all the time?
Beyonce.
You are your own PR girl.
Oh no, yeah, 1,000. To me, I just like, cause I know the feeling of it is, especially from Beyonce. Like I know the feeling I get when she hits hints, and I just get so excited. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna study this bitch down.
I'm
like
excited for
I
when
knew
you
she was
get
dropping
on it,
Renaissance
yo.
before she dropped Renaissance. You know, I like being one of those conspiracy theorists. But so I'm just one of those people that like to also give something that I love to expect from other people. So yeah, that's why I thought of that.
I love that. So on expectations, what can we expect from Ruby? Like, what is the brief? What's the one sentence that encapsulates this EP?
Ooh. Life taught me how to be a woman. I mean, take that back. Life taught me how to be a girl, but ballroom taught me how to be a woman. And I think there's a lot of quotes in my EP that ties back with ballroom. Like, there was even something, I'm not sure if it's going to be in there right now, but when I first met my mother, Akashi, she said a quote to me on my battle. This is the first time we ever saw each other. I was battling and she was commentating at a Silky Vogue night.
Yes.
And she goes, DJ, stop the beat. And you know, she's filling her hair and shit. And she's like, you girls are seasoned in this shit. And I'm just like, oh, work. Straight after I won that category, yeah, because I won. And then,
Was this You Won't Break My Whole Era?
yes! When you were like, you won't break my heart. Like, literally. Yeah, so like, literally that. I want to sample that moment so bad because I have it. And it's just
Baby,
like, that
we had
moment.
this conversation. I told you, I want credits for that.
You need to be in the
credits
right
for that.
space.
I told you, as soon as I heard that, what did I say? Bobby, you need a sample. And then as soon as you told me which sample you wanted, I was like, girl, come on, be for real. That you have to use it. So good.
No, yeah. But what to expect? That was the question, right?
Yes.
What to expect? Oh, yeah, I said it. Life taught me how to be a girl. Ballroom taught me how to be a woman. And it's just that journey of from a teenager or someone that just thinks they know it all but don't know it all and then experiences it all. And then now knows. You know?
I can't wait to hear it.
It's fab.
Me too.
And like people don't realize, a little hint, I sing way more than I rap on the EP.
That's fine.
Well,
So
That's-
it's like,
I might know a thing or two.
Yeah.
you know?
I want to bring up your singing because what I love when we're sharing the mic together, being able to, but also singing moments, right?
Oh, yeah.
Having rehearsals and being in the same space and like having mics together, our connection on the singing level and the commentating is so, I don't know, I feel so connected to you. But then there's the star in you where you, every ad-lib of Beyonce's tracks, you be all up in it. I'm like, girl, when did you get the time to study
No,
these?
testify. She's a sponge. I remember we did that road trip to Canberra. 3
Oh my
hours
gosh,
of
yes.
just Jubilee on the aux. and just
Babe.
it was like a Beyonce discography party.
No, literally.
But
Yeah, and
you
do y'all
studied
remember?
down, like,
She's like, y'all, do y'all remember this track? Y'all, no. I remember it so clearly. I was sitting in my room.
Literally.
Always a story. Always a story with
I
Miss
remember
Thing.
when she dropped Renaissance EP cover. Babe, I remember exactly where I was. You want to know?
Well, where were you?
Where were you,
You know,
Jubahlee?
I was at the beautiful, beautiful Oxford Street.
Ooh.
And I was strutting down there like I was the motherfucking horse.
Ooh.
And
What's the
then
horse's name? Nay, something. No, the big
Banana.
banana or something. There's a name.
Banana?
Your name.
Baby, that's beyond.
That's
Beyond.
beyond.
Nay.
Something.
No, literally. And I was strutting down there and she dropped that EP cover. I got that notification so quick.
Ooh.
I said, period.
Oh, you got that on love.
I
Yeah.
remember Renaissance on her birthday. Diana.
I was about to say, I was going to say, do you want to hear our experience from going to the Renaissance tour? No.
Oh no, fuck
but
you,
we get it.
bitch.
No, we get it.
No,
We're
that was
Beyonce
fab.
fans too.
Yeah.
We
You
get
went
it.
on her.
We get
Yous
it.
went, both went, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
on her
On her
birthday.
I was
Say-
on like Jamaica's story, just
No,
tap, tap. It
tapping
was
down.
dots. It was dots.
I was
too.
wasted.
Girl.
When everybody was on mute, all you could hear was Jamaica going, fuck up, everybody, fuck up.
Literally.
Fuck up.
No, it was a story when you're like, they put us behind the Kardashians.
But people think I'm lying, bruh.
No.
Please attest. Did we see Kris Jenner?
Bubby, the way
Because we were invited,
way-
y'all. Personally,
Out of
B
all,
sent us a
Chloe
message.
was there.
the way that we were invited, but then we just had the audacity to hustle a little more.
Yeah, we thought, whatever.
Where Jamaica was, we were standing there. No shade, you hear the crowd going off. We literally right in front of us, coming up the stairs is probably like from, what's the distance? Sissy Ball stage from the judges to the end.
End of the runway.
End of the
That's
runway.
how far they
That's
are.
how far they were.
Yeah, they were
So we
close.
could see them clearly.
What they smell like.
Period.
Girl, but the whole area where they were going, all the A-list celebrities were up in there.
Yeah, we saw Bill
so
Gates.
when they were going up, behind them was
Bill
Lizzo.
Gates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Behind us was Lizzo.
Conspiracy.
Lizzo.
Yeah, Lizzo was behind them. It was everybody at the bottom. Bretman Rock, and
Kylie, Chloe, Kim, we
Kylie,
saw them
yeah,
all
all of
up
them.
there. No shade. Queen Latifah complimented this one's outfit.
Yeah.
Oh,
We were in VI motherfucking P. Like, no
Ludacris
shade.
was sitting above us as well. Like, it
What
was-
the hell?
Where we were was the fab for us. 'Cause
I couldn't. We turned right. We saw J Hud. Like, I
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, if you watch this video back, I'm giving faces this whole time like, shut the fuck up.
So how was that? So what's your favorite track?
Yeah, she
What's your
played
favorite
that.
track on
And she
Renaissance?
played that one too.
But did she put your flag in a song? No.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but you're singing. Does that come from your upbringing? Would have played a huge part, right, in your music career. Tell us more about how your family's musical background. I read something earlier that your family. are
Oh, on the
musically
article?
Yeah, there was an article
Yes.
about you, but I want you to talk about it because I actually didn't know this. All I know is you. But
I'm
I
like-
didn't know you come from that.
No,
background.
me and my family is 7-day Adventist down.
Oh,
So like,
SDAs.
yeah, SDAs. So my grandpa was like a known pastor,
Yeah.
and so it's just like I grew up in gospel. We were all in the choir, and my nana was one of those people to be like, if you're off, you're getting a hiding. So like we had to sing our lives away. And I think because my older siblings experienced that more because my nana was sick, like by the time I was raised, they passed it down to me. So it's almost like if I went off at any moment, it was a gag. But we all like grew up in church. My dad was a guitarist. My brothers were all rappers. So I was always around music. But I was the sibling who leaned more into dance. But everyone knew I was going to be an artist. Like everyone in high school knew. Literally everyone was like, call me when you're famous. Like me being like 14 years old. Running
You
through
number who this?
No, babe. They can't even find the number if they try.
Keeping on looking.
But yeah, I grew up in gospel. All my brothers were rappers. My dad was like a really good guitarist, and he used to sing our songs all the time. Like he would even like when we were kids, he would be like hot potato, like all of those like wiggle shit. And then So yeah, just growing up. By the way, I know I'm from Southeast. I was born in Western Sydney. Let's get that correct. But then
say
I
her
did
roots.
schooling in Melbourne, and that's why I grew up in Southeast. I actually lived down the road from July. And like one of the first femme queens I ever met was McKay, because we didn't live far either. Yeah, so we all grew up around each
Y'all
other.
were hood girls.
Yeah, of course. And then even in Sydney, 2160, the do. And then 3977, the do.
You're a crack girl.
I got home.
No, I love that. I grew up in a musical family. We have so many similarities.
But it shows.
Yeah.
Because the way we got that is like,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
game over.
No.
Speaking of, so going back to the album, you were saying that it was a hard, some of the roughest times of your life.
yeah.
Will that be reflected in the music, in the tracks? Like how what's the journey that we're going to be
for real.
going on this album? Yeah.
There's a couple of tracks, like, I definitely want to utilize my talents first off. Like, I think it's important, especially because I'm a femme queen and I'm a junior femme queen and I'm young, that I have a sort of like a more bigger resume than anyone else, because I know that anybody can dim me down at any time, or will try to. So it was important for me to show how like widely spreaded talented I am. So it was important for me to like start with my roots and like go back all the way and be like, damn, I have to work through all this trauma. And I think it was a lot to get through. The journey of the EP itself will definitely show you a couple of war cries, couple of depression, a couple of like, losing people, finding new people, but then it also shows the elevation of chosen family.
I'm so excited for it, because I feel like a lot of people are going to relate to everything that you've got to say. Like, the more authentic and honest you are in your work, the more people will receive it.
Yeah,
And that's just a
1000%.
very big testament to the kind of artist you are. You're very meticulous. Your attention to detail is insane. And I think, just with the idols that you have, I can't wait till you get funding, because you're going to be like, when you have an album, you're going to be like a concept album kind of gal.
No, yeah,
I
for
see
sure.
that down.
Yeah.
If
It'll be a
someone
whole
gave you the
movie.
money, your visions would just
If someone gave her
literally.
the money,
would give the money.
Give the money.
I'm excited for this for you. For the money, I'm excited for that.
No, literally, like, shout out to everyone that's been working, like, with me in this journey. Shout out to Mari. Shout out to Cooks, my manager. Shout out to Nicole, my sister. Shout out to the crew. Like, I'm definitely representing more than just myself with this EP. I know how important it is, like, for the community itself, but also for the ones after me, because yes, I'm young and yes, I'm still a kitten, but I'm meow loud.
But she's smitten.
So it's just important for me to like do my big one.
You seem ready. Like you just want to.
Yeah,
let it be
1000%.
known.
No, yeah,
So when can we
1000%.
expect this coming out?
Locked in. Is this gonna be out before the 22nd of?
No, unfortunately.
Well,
so it's already out.
It's
It's
out right
already
now,
out.
Miss Thing.
Yeah.
Stream Ruby. What are you
Stream now.
doing? Don't
Support
even watch
Juba.
this.
Fucking
Support-
Ruby.
Yeah, stream
Period.
y'all.
Support
Period.
Jubahlee. Support the femme
Ruby,
queens.
y'all.
No, it's fab. It's fab.
As someone who is deeply embedded in ballroom as well, how do you navigate the dual worlds of being an artist and living in and out of ballroom?
Period. Well, I feel like, honestly, I'm authentically the exact same outside of ballroom as I am inside of ballroom.
Can testify to that.
And the girl, like, you know, when I'm
Yeah.
outside at the club, I'm carrying how I carry in, like, ballroom. People don't realize, like, when I came in, even Jamaica can attest to this, because she said it to me, people thought I was a little shit. They thought I was
They
a little
still do,
shit.
girl.
I had a mouth. But people don't realize
Past
I've been
tense, I
like
don't think
this
so.
since I could talk. Like, people don't realize I've been like this since I could
3
talk.
years.
Yeah.
And when did your
love
career
it.
start?
I will say, when you came into the scene, you just were like, I'm not leaving. I'm here, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
you made it known. I
Yeah.
remember.
No,
I remember
yeah.
like figuring out who is this bitch, but you could tell that, no, you just, Juba came.
Yeah, babe, I got lost in the lights.
When I say you have the audacity, because I feel like here in Australia, we in our community, especially in the ballroom community, we're I guess we come from a country that we're rich in everything, right? We have so many resources. We're rich in that. So our that edge, I guess that extra fight on the floor is sometimes missing because of that. But what I love is that you always bring the audacity every time. I feel like because we are so rich in the things that are the resources that we have, your next best thing to do is have the audacity. Like, no shade. Like, why not be that person to take advantage of what's at your fingertips?
Yeah.
And you've always been that go-getter girl. And ever since I've met you, you've always just... It's something that...
Lamb. Can you check on Della? Sorry.
Yeah, it's something that I find really intriguing because the only other person that I know with it that I was intrigued with as well was this one. So it's like it's this energy of like you can tell when people are just about like they've got greatness ahead of them.
Well, fuck me then.
No,
Fuck my drag.
it's you're an artist through and through. Don't
Yeah.
get me. You know what I mean?
I'm joking. I'm not fishing.
But what I mean is that there's this energy. I don't know if it's that audacity thing.
Yeah.
It gives it's like really and everybody you have it too. Like everybody in this room has it.
Yeah.
But y'all have the similar one, like where it's just
Yeah,
like,
I think we come in dominant. We come in
Yeah.
so dominant. And like I remember when I was like walking for the first time and doing a bunch of shit for the first time, I was like, I'm not leaving here without money. I'm not leaving here without trophies because it was just fab. It literally was like gay Hollywood. Like, and you know, people that yearn for like creative like love. For you to be able to like do movement on the floor and you're getting love for it, it's like a red carpet moment. Babe, I was all in. I said, bitch, I'ma give it. And it worked. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel fab. I feel liberated. Like, there's so much shit that came into it. So, like, that's why even when, like, shit was happening, because, girl, I was a problematic girl. Don't get me wrong.
It's growth, baby.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
And
But it's just
sometimes you
like,
gotta
I
grow
knew-
in the community
Yes.
while people are watching. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, just, like, through that, I was just like, bitch, nothing's gonna take me out of here. And that was just where the audacity came from.
That's a
Was
great
'cause, like,
attitude.
yeah.
You're very much like a yes and girl. Someone gives you an opportunity, you're like, yes and let me bring this, let me bring this. That's led to so much. What has been some of your career highlights, baby? Like just seeing, I know you've been around doing this thing. What are moments, like 3 moments, like a shoot or whatever that you felt like, damn, I'm sitting in this.
I'm gonna have to say my first photo shoot with Harper's Bazaar and House of Silky.
Yes, with her arms crossed above the head.
You know, standing between the parents.
Before you continue with that, can I just say, I read, because I was going through your Instagram today to get some inspiration on what to talk about, and what you wrote in that post about that day.
Yeah.
Can I just read it? It's
actually beautiful.
yeah.
I remember that one profoundly.
Yeah. I remember saying, "This is the prettiest I've ever seen myself. I felt so much love this day during a very exhausting time emotionally. This was a shoot that generally meant more than a shoot for me, but a motivation to commit to myself 100% and trust that all the work would pay off. Following your dreams is probably the hardest thing to do, not only because you get denied and things don't always go to plan, but because the process is so personal. Every no, every maybe next time cuts deeper every time. But seeing myself in a magazine and being so proud of it just shows that sometimes the sacrifices you make is just a vacuum that takes out the doors that are covering the door that really is open for you."
Bitch, I wrote that?
Yeah, girl.
That's vibe. I was feeling it, you know.
Yeah, but yeah.
I smoked Jamaica's blunt. That's what happened. No, but yeah, I remember that was like, as I go back to the EP, when I say that learning curve, I would say Harper's Bazaar and that whole World Pride season. It was about 2 years ago, and I remember that was the peak of like my downfall. Like mentally, I was so down that people don't realize because I hide it so well. That like I was so down, but because I'm getting all these opportunities, I feel like I'm being ungrateful. And I was like in that space of like, fuck, I feel so shit, but like, what am I like to feel shit? Like, you know what I mean? But it was so liberating, you know, going through that period I knew that I could go through anything after that. But yeah, that was a peak moment. Like even after that, you know, I stepped out of the house. That was the whole process. That whole moment was like a peaking point.
So personally, you were down but getting so much success in Mahi. Like, what a contradiction to relive that. Good on you for getting through that.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
Do you regret it?
Regret what?
Leaving the house?
Yes and no. I would say yes because I missed out on moments that I shouldn't have. And I brought a lot of space between the relationship with me and the house. You know, like it was like Brian I would call every day, Akashi I would call every day, and then out of nowhere it was like a click. But then again, it was me because I wasn't even answering them. You know what I mean? So it's just like, but it was me in that headspace. But no, because I learned how to be independent, and I grew up into an adult, and like I really knew that with or without any of this, if this was to crumble tomorrow, bitch, I still got me. Like, and I know that I can still build whatever I'm working towards. You know what I mean?
That's
So it was
testament
just-
to Scorpio. That's
Yeah.
on Scorpio, the leader of transformation. They are the ones. They transform and then they come back with a whole new self that you wish you could attain. Truly.
No, literally. Yeah. But yeah.
Shedding the new layer.
Well,
Like a
speaking
cobra.
of, how has your journey been, and how are you enjoying? Like, what's your journey been with the House of Silky? How has it been for you?
Oh, bitch. Hold on. They taught me everything. Like, literally, I'm an adult because of them. Like, they taught me ways, and not only taught me ways by saying it, but by showing me. I've been in so much experiences with House of Silky that people don't, like, people that even are around me don't understand unless they're, like, my twin. You know? So it's just like, yeah, the journey has been so good. I'm so grateful. Like, it's been so full. Like, being able to come into the house with an empty cup and then come out overflowing was, like, crazy. And then going back with just, like, that it's filled to the top and it's staying where it's at. And just having that relationship, it was like, yeah, I learned everything off. Like, I learned how to move in the scene. I would say I always knew that I was going to be an artist and I always knew I had the talent, but Silky showed me that I had the confidence. So it was just that. Yeah, for sure.
Very driven house as well.
And they're hot as fuck. Yo, one of the most cultured houses, and no shade to the other houses. I've trained with a lot of the houses. And like, Silky just has that to it. Like, they'll be like, do it again. I remember when me and Brian came into the house, my Sibs, shout out my Sibs. Kashi and Zana used to make us battle back to back like 7 times to the point where we were arguing in training.
No
we'll
shade,
be
when
like,
aren't
back
you
the fuck up,
arguing,
bitch.
bitch?
Like, we were so mad because we're so puffed out, and we used to read each other during training, but that's what gave it the culture feeling, like the about it, you know?
Yeah, no.
Let me have a dip.
Yeah, I definitely love the dynamic that you bring to the house. I think the house is definitely, I don't know, the one thing I love about our house is that we are actually like a family. Like, I don't know what it is that about us that people, I feel like people don't think we're the family like, but we
Oh no,
actually
most
really
loved,
are
most
like
hated.
that. Yeah.
One thing about Silky, we're so exclusive with each other.
Yeah, that part.
We're so exclusive with
We're
each other that
so
people think we're like
exclusive with each
bitchy or
other.
we're shady or we're planning something and da-da-da because we're just so secretive.
Yeah.
No one knows what I went through with Basha. Like, even though I went through nothing, no shade. Like,
Yeah.
that was like, I'm just like saying like an example.
Yeah.
Like, no one knows shit and they're urging for the tea. That's why
Yeah.
we're saying Silky's most loved, most hated. But we love each
Still
other
your
down.
favorite.
But still your favorite.
Yeah.
Shout out Silky.
That part. I love that we're coming together as well to really help how we can with your Ruby's, you know.
Yeah.
You know, our Father Xander is taking the lead and like helping you with your launch and everything.
Low-key manager, hey.
Yeah,
Show the
low-key-
doll
low-key
list.
helping your
No,
manager.
Xander's definitely one of my managers.
Yeah.
Like,
Hard up.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's just such a beautiful thing. What a fucking beautiful. This is not many artists can have this, and this is the one of few sacred privileges that you get to have. Is that with this family behind you, with this whole house, this whole working unit behind you,
Yeah.
your goals are attainable, period, non-stop, on infinite, you know, because you've got that rapport with the people with you. You've got that network and community behind you, you know, so, and it's not to diminish the hard work you put in independently, but
Well,
they
to be
see that
honest,
what you want.
Xander
though.
and Silky are so hard, not hard, but hard love with their kids. They wouldn't have gave me any of this if they didn't see the work
no,
ethic I put
exactly.
in.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
it's
though. That's a
like,
testament to your
you
work.
even saying this is like the biggest compliment to me, because it's like, bitch, well, guess what? I earned it. Like,
Yeah,
you
you
know what I
did.
mean?
You cherish that. Never
Yeah.
take that for granted.
but for
Yeah.
real,
1000%.
it's
There's so
like,
much value in that.
they're not the type of people to just nepotism. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not the type to just throw resources at you because you think you're entitled to it. It's like, no, you gotta actually show up. And
You gotta earn it.
I feel like it was just like a catalyst moment from you. Is like you came in with the audacity, you were ready, you were here, you arrived.
You know?
Exactly. And then their eyes went, whoa. Oh, this is what she's going. This is her trajectory.
Yeah.
Let's help, because they want it for you. They want to see you win. You know.
Yeah. I think Kashi and Xander especially definitely saw that growth, like, fully, because they saw me as a kitten. Like, and then they came back, I came back, and I said, boom. They said, oh, wow.
They were
I gotta
working on
manage
us at the
her.
same time.
No, literally.
I remember walking up to, I had no idea that I was walking into a Silky thing. I got invited by Xander to the pub. Get to the pub. The Silkies are there and Miss Thing over here. And I'm like, what is going on? Girl, and then you've got Jack and Gusta being like, oh, so, how are you liking it? Ballroom and stuff. And I'm like, this is so awkward. Like, what's going on?
I'm dead.
Little interview.
A little interview, but no, I remember you from back then, and it was giving I had heard around the way.
Yeah.
You know, it was giving, oh, this is Miss Jubahlee.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this is the one that
The
It's so funny. The amount of
precedes
people,
you.
yeah, because they don't know, like, in our ballroom culture, girl, we tap in. You can be my sister.
tap
I could be ordering you food, sleeping in your bed, having movie nights with you. But if I'm battling you on the floor,
It's that.
You ain't never been a sister.
you
to
ain't
me.
never been a sis to me. Like, yeah, and I think I show that a lot even in the rap game. Like, in the rap game, I'm very much like that. Like, as much as I love
Samesies.
these two, and I look up to them too, in my head, I'm going to eat them. Like,
No,
you
but
know?
that's the thing.
And that's
I
just
know
my
that you're
energy.
like that, so
Yeah.
I'm staying. My pen says losing it. No, seriously. But also I said this when I had y'all on, you and Jacoby, right?
Yeah.
I had y'all both on there on my headliner spot,
Uh-huh.
and I said that it was so important to bring people that make you sweat onto your own lineup, because you can't be complacent.
Yeah.
You know,
Always
because
have
you've
to
got to
push
be
them.
like, because, you know, low-key as well, I'm kind of like, that's your move? All right, knight to e4. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's, you got to...
Also,
that's the
on
reality.
that, shout
That's
out
the reality.
Jacoby. On that, shout out Jacoby. We came
What's
into like
good,
the music
Jacoby?
scene together. He's also behind the camera, but we
And he's
literally
also babysitting
he's
Dali.
holding the dog.
me?
But what's it called? Literally. Ooh, wait. The dog.
That's enough.
But literally, we came into the scene together, and I don't think I'll be as confident in music because the way we started, we actually used to FaceTime each other and rap battle each other. And like we'll go in on each other, like, and then I remember being like offended at some point, like, "Oh, bitch, now I'm gonna fucking record this shit," and that's literally how it started for me. But yeah,
I love seeing it. I love seeing what y'all are doing and just pushing it through all the
we're
time.
carrying.
Yeah.
Down.
You're definitely the voice of the next generation.
For real.
I can feel it. And it's, yeah, the commentating game as well.
Voice down under, voice up above.
Yeah. Here we go.
Voice from above.
Before we move on to the next segment, the power and emotion behind Ruby and everything else, what is something that you want to leave with everyone now? Because by the time this comes out, it would have already been released. When we're listening to it, what is something that you want to leave with us?
Intention.
I want to say, Ruby is literally a feeling, and it's okay to feel Ruby. Like, it's okay to sit there and listen and relate to some things, it doesn't mean that what you went through was too much to handle. You know? So it's definitely one of those things that I feel like at their launch party, I'm going to cry down because it's like, this is me working through trauma. And it's like, if you relate to certain things, just know there's multiple of us out there. Like, if you have community in hand, reach out to them if you're ever going through stuff. I think it's actually amazing that I even made it through that. So leaving this EP for them and even like, yeah, just keeping it there and people can celebrate and love the music and hear it. I think that's, honestly, I'm leaving myself with it. Like, that's what I'm leaving behind is that younger self, like that teen self that had the urge to do everything.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
What track are you the most excited about?
I would say, bar-wise, the opening track, Rap Ruby. Wait, let me re-say that. Bar-wise is the intro, Rap Ruby. You know, fun-wise, if you're just trying to shake your ass, because my friends are a key, so I know, like, I'm a key. So when you feel it, I'm going to say I Am The. But the song that has my whole heart and soul is Last Dance. And that's my favorite. Because it was literally the last dance. So last is how the EP closes.
Fab.
Click, click, click.
Thank you.
Bippity.
All right.
Boo.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to spice things up with a fun pop culture game.
Oh, no.
Just a little bunch but before that, we have to say goodbye to our other co-host.
Yeah.
Bernie.
The reason
I'm
why Bernie is actually dressed like this as well is because they're judging a comp. She's a booked artist as well.
I'm judging a pageant for the entertainment section at Budding Thing right across the road at the Red Rat.
Shout
And
out.
also gonna be performing
Fab.
my new single
period.
Mamacita featuring Keenan.
Wait,
Monster.
what time are you performing?
Chicka,
'Cause
chicka,
I'm not
chicka.
home.
Yeah.
Babes, I'm on at 9 p.m.
Oh, shit.
But I'm
And we
judging
will
it.
have
54
Is it free?
minutes.
Mamacita
Yeah.
Is it free?
highlighted below.
Okay, period.
We will have Mamacita highlighted below just as well as Ruby. So please check it out and stream Jamaica Moana's music.
You know?
Yeah.
Support the fun of y'all.
Please. All right, love y'all. I'll
Love
see
you.
you
Love
over
you,
there.
BB.
If not, I'll see you after.
Be good or be good at it.
Rather be bad and then good at
Do
it.
it good or do it better.
Anybody need a break? Are we good to?
I'm good. Come
We're
on.
good.
Okay.
We're good.
All right, y'all.
Bye,
Bye.
sister.
We are now going to play Fast Fire.
Let's go.
I'm going to throw out some pop culture topics, and you can give me your immediate reaction or one-word answers. All right?
Oh,
Beyonce's Renaissance era. How did it make you feel?
fab.
The latest RuPaul's Drag Race best moment this season.
Nikita.
WAP challenge. Are you in or out?
Out.
Iconic music video. Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. One-word reaction.
Iconic.
Euphoria. Yes or no?
Yes.
The latest album saved in your playlist.
Ray, 21st Century, but it's been the latest for like the last year.
Favorite song from that album?
I was gonna say escapism, but I'm gonna have to say
Oscar.
winning tears. I'm closing and I scream yeah.
Oh, if you had to choose,
Be the remix.
if you had to choose a ballroom category, sex siren or body?
Body. Ooh, when Akashi walks that category, bitch. Ooh.
Your guilty pleasure song.
Guilty pleasure song. Oh. Baby boy, you see on my mind, feel my fantasy. Which fun fact dropped on my birthday? Dropped the day I was born.
20
Isn't
years
that
ago.
a
20
gag?
years ago. If you could collaborate with any artist, living or dead, who would it be?
Oh shit, Prince.
Favorite queer anthem.
Favorite queer anthem. Favorite queer anthem? Leader. That is me. I've never been a follower.
Yeah. Favorite national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see love that one.
Yeah.
Femme Queen. A Femme Queen, Australia, New Zealand, that you think should have their own music video or TV show?
Ooh, TV show, Femme Queen Tariq.
Oh, she will be a king.
Tariq? Baby, fuck Wendy Williams. I want Tariq. Oh,
She would eat
it. She would eat it. She would get into the girls.
yes.
I have to say quickly just how the fuck I met Tariq. It was at Essence Ball across the world at Red Rattler, and we just finished. I think I judged that night. And she walked up to me and she goes, "Are you Jamaica?" I said, "Yeah, who are you?" She goes, "I'm Tariq." And she walks away.
Bitch, do you want to know how I
The
met her? I
fuck?
was at the club with the Silkies, and Xander like introduced us, and she goes, "Who's this little bitch?" And I'm like, "Oh my god!" First off,
Y'all have audacity down.
I love Miss Tariq.
Tea.
I love me some tea.
when she walks in the
girl.
room, it goes boom, shake a boom, boom, boom.
That one. Okay.
Get it out.
If you had to perform with a pop star in a ballroom category, who would it be and why?
Ooh, Tiana Taylor,
In what category?
fashion killer.
Oh.
She would eat it for me.
Oh, yes, you would.
Oh, if there was a tag team fashion killer with me and Tiana Taylor, bitch.
Oh. And you know what? I can so see you working with her.
No, I
She
love.
is crazy. I
Speak
love
it.
Tiana
No, my
Taylor.
favorite, like, if I got 2 collabs, in my dream collabs would be Ray, Jubahlee, and Tiana Taylor
On the same track.
on the same fucking track.
Yeah.
Jacob, can we jump on? Are you sure? Okay.
He said, "I'm just here for listens."
All right. Now, thank you for playing. What is it called again?
Fast fire.
Fast Fire.
You survived.
You know, I will always survive.
It's about me.
Okay. Now, this is the part of the party where we go into a more after hours.
After hours. This is the key, no shade.
Now, let's get into a more personal and intimate conversation in our after hours segment. As a young trans woman, how have you navigated the complex spaces of love, relationship, and sex?
Oh.
Three
period.
different.
Well, I'm a Scorpio, so love and sex is very, very, very mature. You know, it happens like
daily.
not even daily, babe, because you know I need to gain the energy I just gave out.
Yeah, Scorpio down.
Scorpio
So you give energy out down. You get
down.
dick down, you're drained.
Yes, because like if you're not drained, you didn't get dick down right.
Yeah, you said I'm giving my
You
all.
need to be
You
hopping out of
really-
that building, bitch.
You be giving your all at all moments of the day, huh?
Babe,
You
I
eat it.
feel
She
it.
said there's always an audience.
There always might be a camera.
In the corner. Hopefully I'm on OnlyFans. Those ones. Don't film me,
Twitter
but also
link.
film me.
X leak.
I give you permission, but please do.
I didn't
Girl,
give you
y'all are
permission, but
nasty.
period.
These two-
those angles are over.
These two are going to be going.
And it's on low, turning around. Nah. Shout out to all the girls on OnlyFans. We love you.
Girls in the
Down.
game.
But how is it, like, you know, being an artist and then also navigating spaces of femme queen, young femme queen, trans woman in ballroom spaces? Like, what is it? Is your, I don't know, I feel like with your dating history, you've given queer-esque.
I don't
And is
know.
it-
He was the
yeah.
first one.
Oh.
He was the first one. I've had, babe, I'm from the area. Like,
Yeah.
I don't deal with these fucking gays. Like, you know, so like my type has always been like the area boys and like da 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 da. He was the first one that ever like I locked in with, and he was part of the community. But yeah, love has always been impactful for me just because I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah.
I love intensely, but I love in a way where I like to leave something to learn if it ever breaks apart. There's something we learn.
Yeah.
Pause. After hours.
It's my manifestation driving past, babe.
Yeah, it's your team just
It's
flying
my team.
over.
They're flying in, babe.
They keep distracting.
And told them to be here on time.
Oh, they are.
But yeah, and then also separately, stepping into my femme queenness and coming into ballroom, I would say it was difficult at the beginning because I always knew I was a girl, just never knew I was a woman. Like I never knew how to get there. And coming underneath femme queens like Kendall and Akashi is not easy, girl. They're dolls. Like they're done up. They walk with a strut that's like, bitch, you better make it or not. If you miss the bus, you're all a mile away. You know? So it's just like, stepping into my womanhood was natural because I'm naturally like that too. But it also was difficult having to face certain aspects. Yeah.
You know, we're 420 friendly here.
Oh yeah, I'm high
We're
boats.
dedicated at the moment too. And one of my most favorite moments with you was actually all of us like in a room with two like just amazing legends.
Oh my god.
I don't want to say too much, but just that moment and seeing you navigate space with legends, you know, and being a young being a young trans girl in the scene. How do you, like, what was that like for you?
Oh my gosh.
Be amongst some of your people that you've been watching for a while or just followed for so long.
Well, first off, it took me 3 years to speak to Asia. That's how starstruck I was. She came 3 years at a time. We're standing right next to each other. I would not say shit. I said, I gave like a little side look. Like, I was so nervous. And then this last time that she came for last West Ball, we had a dinner at Kendall's house. We connected so well.
Yeah, that was
and she was just like, oh, you've always been nervous. And what sign are you? And I was like, Scorpio. She's like, oh, you're a Scorpio? And then she was like, but in the most calm, feminine way. And she's like, usually they're not like afraid of me. And da-da-da. I was like, babe, you're a legend. Are you kidding me? Everyone in Australia is scared of your mistake. But we connected so well. We even spoke about love and relationships. It was so fab. But one moment I cannot forget was when we smoked down with Sanaya.
Ooh.
Oh, Miss
Wait,
Thing?
before we get there, did you feel like you healed the part of you that was nervous when you actually keyed? Do you feel like you keyed earlier with her?
Yes. No, I think it just took me time to, because like I said, Bora means so much to me. So I analyze the legend femme queens and the icons as celebrities. So it's just that starstruck that, oh my God, that's really her from the videos. Because all we have in Australia is videos. Like for a very long time, that's all we had. So seeing them actually start popping up, and I'm so grateful that I was here for it. Like seeing the first time Sanaya came here, it's like, you know, in Asia popping up, like I was around for that, and that's just such history for Born.
And shout out to Zenda, Mira, and the House of Silky for that. Like that was
Miss Thing, and then also Tamaya, Miss all of that girl. She came up to me and she nicknamed me Juju. After Sissy Ball finished, because I didn't walk that year, she comes out, she goes, Juju, why didn't you walk? That trophy had your name written all over it. I gagged. I said, oh my gosh, I love you. Do you love me?
I love hearing your perspective of being with them.
Yes, it's so fab. Like, and I'm just grateful that it's me. Like, it makes me feel very chosen. You know, like, very, like, you're meant to be here, girl, because you're in rooms that people in my generation are not in. And like I remember you commenting ages ago on one of my posts, like, you're like the only niecey that hangs out with the aunties.
Only niecey sitting on our table.
No, literally. And like it's been giving that. You know, it's been giving that for a minute.
That's a testament to you to like teach your generation that when it comes to the legends, actually connecting with them as humans, there's so much beauty in that.
Babe,
you know? We can be so in awe of them and they're so incredible, but they're humans that just want to be connected as well.
Yeah.
You know, so anyone that you've connected with, they would have loved that just as much as you would have loved connecting with them.
Yeah. Oh, and Joelle. Last one.
The
Joelle.
beauty face.
Babe, we connected down.
Yeah,
Do you know
Joelle,
every single time we
on
saw
your
each other?
live every time.
No, every single time we saw each other that whole weekend, because we hung out like 3 times. We went clubbing together, like so much shit. Every single time we would look at each other like across the room or at the club or like next to each other, we'd be like, spooky. And like we carried on that the whole weekend. And then I remember he flew back and he was like, so lovely to meet you, spooky. And I was like, babe, we've been connecting since. We like each other's stories all the time. Like,
That's beautiful.
Who were your three
She has me.
inspirations for like, your go-tos? So when you're like growing up and you're in the Vogue, watching the
In the
Vogue
moment.
videos, who were your top three?
Roxy
Go-tos.
Prodigy.
Mm.
Roxy Prodigy was a big one for me. Obviously, Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
Like, girl, Naomi, she had that hungriness in her.
Did
And
you
she
come
didn't
to
give
any of the
fuck.
balls when she was here?
No, babe.
She'll be back.
Don't even remind me.
There's one thing I think what really resonated with your story with me as well is what happened to Naomi when she first came into the scene. The girls were like, that ain't a femme queen.
Oh yeah,
That
no
ain't
shade, and we
this,
can speak
ain't
about that. The girls did not like me when I
Yeah.
came into the scene. The
They
girls
were
from
like-
Nam were reading me.
But she had to form her own lane. I think this was spoken about with the Paris girls as well. In the Paris in the building, they literally talk about how she had to form her own lane,
Yeah.
right? Just to step because nobody was taking her seriously. But girl, now she's around the world. You know what I
She's
mean?
global.
Like,
Absolutely.
global.
She's the one.
yeah, that's a fab list. BQs, top 3 BQs.
BQs. Okay, a recent one, Riley Revlon. I just love that
Yeah.
bitch. Like, I love a bitch that's just rude.
Yeah,
And you can tell they're rude. And you can tell when everyone's doing their tens, they just hit about O'Reilly. Like, you know what I mean? I love that because, like, I'm a hungry bitch. Like, when I battle, even if I'm doing my tens, if you're standing on the side because you got your tens, I'm going to shade you while I'm doing my tens. I'm going to shade every single one of you. No, literally. Like, I just love being that bitch that, like, even when people battle me, like, I remember I went to a ball in Nam and people were calling me out. They were like, her. I was like, period.
Let's
Like, I
go.
just love that hunger. It creates a fab moment. So,
Yeah.
definitely Riley Revlon. And I'm going to have to say Eliam. Eliam in a way. Like, Eliam, when I saw him at Mother Ball and come out that, I am your father, bitch. I am your father, bitch. Like, I
You
was in-
always remember my chants, girl.
Yes,
Every time. You're like, you always get it. I'm
Yes.
like, what the hell?
No, do
How
you know
did
why it's that boring
remember that?
essence? You either remember from the chant, you remember from the fab ball, or you remember from
yeah.
what they were wearing.
Nobody
Do
ever
you know how much
remembers
times people
my
come up to me?
chants like
Oh,
you,
Jamaica, I remember
like-
seeing you in that black dress with that long black wig.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know,
like
it's always the
Lil Nas.
outfit. It's always the outfit. But yeah, that moment, because I remember when I came into Ballroom, or again, all I had was videos of Ballroom Australia too, because I was in Nam and I was just starting. And so I remember studying a video, and I saw a lion walk Winter Ball. And Winter Ball was so fab. And just having that moment where he stepped out and was like, Father bitch, it was like everything I studied was right there. And I literally just like, if you see me, I'm going off for everyone's tens. As soon as the lion comes up, I'm like, the whole time. Because like, and you can see me on the corner of the video if you watch Mother Ball. Like, I was literally, that was my reaction. I was in
Winter
awe.
ball or mother ball?
In Mother Ball, I was in awe
Yes.
because it took me back to when I was studying Ballroom Australia, and I
Yes.
watched Winter Ball. Same venue,
Yeah.
him popping up like that
Absolutely.
and carrying.
Bye, Jacob.
Love you,
Bye, baby.
Bess.
Be safe.
Bye.
Mwah. No, I love
Yeah.
that. I love
That
that. Shout
moment
out to
with
Ali.
Lion.
Shout out to a lion.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Big ups, my
Love
G.
Ellie.
No.
I love it. It's such a gag just to hear that those clips were used to study. Because that I remember before we used to, there was a few balls before Winter Ball came out. Winter Ball is the first ball that's on Ballroom Australia, right? Yeah. I love
Yeah.
that's the first time that Nam came up
Yeah.
to walk. They were the first table on the right. This is history people need to know. That was a fab ball. And Divine was eating. We
Divine
just
was
talked about
carrying.
Divine in the last episode. They were eating on that. They were sweeping. And then my fave moment, Zan knows this down, was at that ball. That bitch walked in and it was, the category was in the name of me. It was who took the fur coat for runway. Zan and Jack came up with a whole rack of fur coats. And then they just walked it. That's when like Zan the scammer was born.
Xana
And
the
that
scammer.
moment was fab. Like Zan knows that's like a top moment for me. But people
Period.
don't know this. If the kids don't know these moments, you need to
No,
look
like
back
you
and
don't
watch.
understand how grateful we should feel, especially for my generation. And I'm speaking to my generation because I feel like I have been given the privilege to get respect from the OG girls before I got respect from anyone else. Like I remember when I became a Silky, Xander dragged me to this one, dragged me to Zuela, dragged me to Benji, and I'm like, oh girl. And they're living for me and they were showing me so much love and just that generous like gift I feel like a lot of my generation don't get to feel. Because they spend too much relying on themselves, and they spend too much studying outside because, like, obviously New York and Paris and those scenes are so fab that they don't really look back at what we already have and the greatness that's already there.
You definitely move with respect. Anyone with the next generation above you, you respect us a lot.
Yeah.
Like, even all of our peers, our OGs, like, yeah. I will say that down. And I think that's a reason why people are so generous with you, is because you look up to us, but you're also key with us, and you're always down to just make something work.
Yeah.
And you have older sibling energy. Like, even though you're the youngest,
I'm the youngest in my family.
But you give off like the oldest.
But I always say that the youngest will always be the wisest because
they learn
you learn from your siblings. Your siblings go through shit, yes, but you watch it happen.
Yeah.
As
It
a
is
younger
very
one, so
true.
you know what not to do. So you sort of become the wisest. You got the outlook of everyone else growing.
It's true. You grow up to nurture the whānau. In Māori, we call it potiki. When you're the youngest, you become the nurturer of the whānau somehow.
It's definitely true, the youngest. But I love that you carry both energies.
Yeah.
Because I see it in you too when you're with your siblings, your Silky siblings.
Yeah,
you know?
no, my sister Jess, I feel like I learned everything off her. My sister Jess, she's like my second mom.
Yeah.
She raised all of our siblings, and like in a way where it was so what we were given as kids, she made it into something great and then gave it to us. You know? And it's just like, I'm so grateful for her. Like I made it through so much because of her.
What do you, for the young trans women who are trying to make it in the rap scene or I guess become young artists, what is something that you would leave, like, I guess, what is the advice that you would pass on to the next generation who might want to
Firstly, if you're feeling it, do it. And if you feel unsafe, you have many people around you that are happy to help you.
Yeah.
You have so much community around you. You have so much love around you. And even if you can't see it because of whatever you're going through as a trans person outside of music, just know that music is the one place, if you're in a studio by yourself, you can get lost in the lights.
Absolutely.
So it's just like, but you have people around you that are safe to do that in front of, you know, and it's safe to hold that space because... Yeah, like I said, I was dragged into the space by Xander. Xander was like, this bitch needs community. And he took me into places that I never thought I needed until I was there. And then I was like, shit. Like, being grown up now, not grown up, I'm 21, but being old enough to realize the little things and realize how impactful they can be in life in general, I was like, shit, he saved me from so much. Like, you know? So, yeah. Advice, hold on to community. And get your pen, girl. Work on this pen because we get it twice as hard. So you have to push it twice as hard.
that part. And if you can't get lost in the studio, maybe it's not for you.
Maybe work at Woolies. No.
Maybe music is
That
not
doesn't
it.
give you the right to be like, Juba, you want to collab? I took your advice. Baby, you better prove that pen.
What do you do to get home and disconnect from everything? Like, how do you... Are you a girl that likes to have a quiet moment to yourself? Or do you like... Are you truly rah-rah to sleep?
I'm truly rah-rah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I have to stay working. Like, this... So my EP, I started and finished it in a week. You know, and it was 9 a.m. to like 3 a.m. sessions. And it was like 3 days in a row. And then today was the last one. And it's just like... We got the EP done in 4 sessions. So it's just like, I like to stay on go, but like there was literally times where I was like falling asleep in the studio. And I'm like, bitch, I took advice from Beyonce's documentary and it was like, you can't show that you're tired because then the whole team in the room can show that they're tired. And I didn't do the bitch. I said, bitch, I posed like I was not tired, but I was feeling it. And I just think that, I'm just a go-getter. Like, I don't be like, chilling too much. I'm chill when I'm with like a loved one or if I'm with family. That's when I can just girl, give me that blunt, like, you know. So it's just like, that's probably me. I surround myself with family and people. I don't like to be alone.
Okay, well, before we wrap up, where can listeners find Ruby and connect with you online? What's next and what's next?
Well, first off, you can find Ruby on all platforms. It's Ruby. You can find me on Instagram at JUBAHLEE. 3 E's on Instagram, but 2 E's on Spotify and Apple Music and iTunes and all the rest of the shit.
And 4 E's in person.
But Tank never on E. No. But and what to expect next is the Ruby film, the documentary, an all summer opener performance at Sissy Ball.
Which might I add, girl,
It's the medley of the whole
I am
album.
so excited. Like the way that you have it, honestly, it reminds me of when Miss Thing over here first entered the scene.
Period.
Because Miss Thing over here, to the point, this one right here is also a concept girl too. So when she did, I seen her, she performed before, but there was one at Fair Day. Miss Thing went so hard, she had to run off stage. We're all at the back because we just finished performing as Sissy Paul. She runs, bleh, 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 runs back on. Doing God, whatever song she was doing, I was like,
The show must go
professional.
on, bitch.
No, but I'm excited for you. I'm excited for Sissy Ball.
Period.
I'm excited for Ruby.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for the queer scene to really receive you. I feel like this album is,
No,
this
yeah, for
EP
real.
is going to be your, well, here I am.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, 1,000%.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm so happy it's in a humbled way because I think a lot of people in the community, ballroom community, did look at me differently.
Yeah.
And they did take me differently. They have like they don't see the humbleness because I'm always so rah-rah when it's ball time. You know, they don't see like the humanness of it all. But I just think, yeah, I'm so excited for this next journey. Yeah,
You
so
got
much is
this.
coming. So much is coming. I can't even announce it. So like,
Well,
the
don't
extreme
announce
of
it, babe.
Yeah, period.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, baby.
Thank
I'm
you for
excited for
having
you and your
me.
journey. I can't wait to witness it all.
Yes.
You got
Period.
this.
And to
Straight
all
up.
our listeners, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to check out Ruby and
Yes.
follow Jubahlee for more. And Jamaica, Moana,
Again,
and
it's in the
Rocky
link in the
Stallone.
description.
Yes, click up here. Stream
Yeah.
Ruby.
For Stream Ruby.
Oh my gosh, do you know
And-
what's so funny?
Why?
I still have that video of you being like, stream,
Well, let's do another.
Period.
Not
And-
today. When we look fab.
And to all our listeners, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to check out Ruby and follow Jubahlee for more. Until next time, stay real, stay creative, and keep those tricks flowing. Bye.
Bye, bitch.
Kakita.
Kakiteano.